Welcome back, Boo. And if you're new here, my name is Carolyn Gray, and welcome to my channel. Typically, I post on Tuesdays and Fridays, but I missed a week or so because I was really busy and I lost track of time between all the new art bud wholesales that were coming through, fulfilling those orders, and just prepping for the holidays itself. And then just life was hitting us fast within the last week. I apologize that I've been so delayed on posting here. But I wanted to show you guys how I basically come up with different concepts for my Christmas tree and how I execute them. Typically, when I'm responsible for decorating a tree, I try to think outside the box, go a little bit more modern. Sometimes I don't even use an actual tree, I use like spiral lights or something like that. But this year, I wanted to do something floral, something that was giving abundance and natural and just beauty all around. So, without further ado, let's roll it back to over the last week, and I'm going to show you how I created the tree for Christmas. Okay, so typically I don't do formats like this, but I figured this is going to be a quick and easy video. Let's just walk through with it. I had one hectic week with work, so a couple of days ago, I went into the city to complete a wholesale order. And I was like, all right, after this, I'm going to go pick up a tree. And I found the cutest little tree on 6th Avenue in like 23rd Street, I think it was, or in the 20s. And I was like, let me get a little 4-footer. Okay. They had a lot of cute trees. I think the tree was maybe like 120 bucks. He netted it up for me. I put it in a big old Nordstrom bag, carried my notebook and my computer, and then I took myself on the train. I did hit someone with the top of the tree. She hit me back, but I figured, I was like, she's an elder. I'm not going to get crazy with her. So the next day, I went over to Trader Joe's because I needed to get like a plethora of baby's breath and all kinds of different florals that I don't even know how to pronounce for a really good price. And then I had to wait for Amazon to deliver these little thingies, which are basically water plugs. So you can put a stem of a flower into this little plug and it will reserve its life over time. I didn't want to necessarily wait for the flowers to dry out in the tree. I didn't know how that would look over time, if it would decay in any way. So, I said, if I'm using a live tree, then I'm going to keep the flowers live too. And I think we're going to keep this tree up until right after New Year. So, give everything life, get the plugs in. So for a couple of days, I had the flowers in a vase, just making sure that, they were staying alive until I got that Amazon package with the water plugs. So today I just took all them out just to inspect them and cut them down a little bit shorter. Don't judge me because I did not have the proper scissors for this or the proper floral clippers. I did what I can with what I had. And basically I had to go through all the baby's breath. I left maybe 1 or 2 packs out. And then I brought these little baby roses and these little daisy looking things that I actually think I'm really allergic to because I kept sneezing when I was working with them. And I had a little bit of a rash on my hand, but that's all right. When we throw it out, the whole thing will be thrown out, so I won't really touch those again. And these cute little, like, these little blue floral things, I don't know what they're called. They're a little spiky. They have a little bit of attitude and edge. I was like, let's throw those bad boys in there too. So also be careful with those yellow flowers that I have in my hand. They do stain. I had a little bit of stainage on my countertop, but I just used some North Home 24 spray product and it took it right up. So basically, I took these over to the tree, like 1 or 2 of them, and I measured them out, clipped the ends, and then I did the same thing with all of the flowers, even the baby's breath. And I wanted to just make sure they all had their plugs. I think I used maybe 50 plugs for about 70 stems or so. I know that I doubled up some of the stems, especially with the baby's breath, because 2 or 3 stems can fit into one of the plugs. But do this if you like putting floral arrangements together. If this is not your thing, then skip it, right? So then I use these really, these tiny wire fairy lights that have like a little switch on the end. And I was like, oh my God, I had these little lights from last summer where I was like decorating for my friend's birthday party. And I was like, I have these and they're so easy to use. They're cute and they're dainty. So I was like, this will be perfect because the other lights that I had for the tree was for an 8-foot tree. and it like twists up at the top to make a teepee formation. And I knew this was going to be an issue for me. So I was like, let me use these individual lights. And that way it's all remote control, not remote control, it's battery operated. They have their little handles. It's easy to find. You don't have to go behind the tree and like unplug the whole thing. Like you can do what you want with it. So I like the fact that it is very thin wire and it's very malleable. So I was able to like wrap it around the stems and it keep in place. And I just said, let me just put one or two up, step back, figure out how I like it, and then I'll add more as I go. So at this point, I'm just like trying to unwrap the wire because it is really small. It's super dainty. I got them on Amazon. I will tag everything that I use as best as I can down below so you're able to find the baby's breath because it was the simplest one. They're the most daintiest ones. I have more of them. So let me fill them up evenly throughout the tree. Obviously, there's probably a whole slither on the back end of this tree that you cannot see that has nothing because it is right up against the curtain. It is 4 foot tall, maybe a little bit smaller or maybe a little bit taller. I don't know. But I didn't even want to get a skirt for this tree either because I know by the end of this, there'll be more baby's breath around the bottom and it's on already a green stool. So I figured it's all going to play out well. So then I put some color in there with those yellow ball flowers that stain. Then I took in the little daisies, just making it feel just full and meadow-like and just kind of like a little fantasy, like little fairies would have a blast in this tree. And as I was adding them in, I did, just double check to see if the water plugs were leaking at all. I did it before. So I went ahead and added all the other florals just to make sure that there were bursts of colors all throughout. And then I added my 2 ornaments that I just got from Bergdorf's, a little money roll for just wishful thinking and abundance for the new year. And then that little like flapper black woman fairy looking thing. And I'm like, oh no, she has to be the tree topper. So this is the tree of abundance, the floral tree, the tree that giveth and runneth over. And this is how I came up with the concept. Like, I took a couple pictures from Pinterest and I just put it all together and I figured, we're going to have a small gathering with my parents, Carlos's mom. We're going to go out to dinner on Christmas night and, it's going to be a small gift unwrapping situation. And I just wanted to make sure we had enough room for our guests to sit and sleep and do whatever they want while they're visiting with us and still, have a pleasant item that shows something of Christmas, something of nature. So I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm sorry that I took so long to post. It's just been really hectic, but I'm happy you're back. And we will be getting back to our regular schedule of Tuesdays and Fridays, showing fashion and entrepreneurship journey and all that other great stuff. So thanks for holding it down this long with me. I really appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, tell your friends and all that good stuff and comment below. Tell me what you thought of the format of this video. Happy holidays. I'll see y'all later. Bye.